Hey ladies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Aisha. I'm a certified trauma-informed coach and manifestation guide. Really quickly, I want to share that I'm offering private coaching, one-on-one video coaching, and email coaching. I will have information in the description box below for you to check it out. And without further ado, let's get into today's video. I forgot to mention, I also have a free Facebook group. It is in the description, where I'm going to be going live every Saturday for Q&A, and I will be doing lives on this channel here every Tuesday, sharing different techniques and going into depth with them. So if you want more free content, if you want to be supported by a community of like-minded ladies, go ahead and click the link in the description to join the Facebook group. Alright, today's video topic is one of my favorites, and that is mirror work. And mirror work is how I truly started to see progress in my manifestation journey. It is what led me to being able to have the self-concept of someone who was healthy in my body and have a positive relationship with how I looked in the mirror. Mirror work is basically when we spend some time in the mirror, look ourselves in the eyes, and compliment ourselves genuinely. When we look at ourselves and spend that intimate moment with our reflection, what we're really doing is connecting on a deeper level and accepting ourselves. And in the beginning of my journey to manifesting the success I've created in my life with my health and my finances and my specific person, that's where I started. I would take a dry erase marker and write affirmations on my mirror every single week. Every morning I would look in the mirror. Sometimes I would do EFT, which is like tapping on different centers of the body to activate your nervous system and to connect on a deeper level with that mind-body connection, to really let those affirmations sink in. There's so many ways to spend time with yourself in the mirror. I like to do meditations with myself while I am either completely bare or, in something that makes me feel very sexy and attractive. These days, that's something that is part of my self-care routine, part of my self-concept upkeep. And I find that those are some of the most special moments I have with myself because I'm solely focused on loving myself. The whole point of being in the mirror and looking at yourself in the mirror is to direct that love for yourself at what feels like an external presence, because it helps us to, I think, relate. A lot of times when we're relating to someone, it's because there is a physical entity outside of our beingness that we can project onto. And so when we are sharing and expressing our love for a specific person, it's easy to channel that outward into this material being. And when we're doing that in the mirror, we get to experience that same type of giving of our love towards ourselves. And I find that when I spend more time in the mirror, I actually raise in consciousness, because a lot of times we wake up, we go on autopilot, we hop out of bed, we brush our teeth, we do our morning routines, and we're out the door rushing off into taking care of our responsibilities and doing chores and spending time with others and giving our energy everywhere else but ourselves. So really being intentional about how we use the mirror as a tool is so impactful, and it can't be overstated how helpful it really can be if you do it right. Now, if you're someone who every time you look in the mirror you get triggered, it's gonna take some warming up. Like, it works, it does. It worked for me, and when I started, I hated my reflection. When I started doing mirror work, it was like pulling teeth to look at myself in the eyes in the mirror, because I didn't like what I saw. And beyond the physical aspects of what I was seeing in my reflection, I just didn't like myself. I didn't like who I was. I didn't like what that reflection represented. And if you are starting mirror affirmations and it feels kind of uncomfortable and painful, that means it's working. That means your subconscious is so loud. That means your inner critic is so bossy and in your face, and it's pushing you to not do that. It's trying to keep you in that homeostasis. It's trying to keep you the same version of yourself. So if you feel that discomfort, just give that the meaning that your old self is dying, and let your old self die. Let it be painful to look yourself in the eyes. Let it feel uncomfortable to stare at your reflection and say, I love you, and you're beautiful, and you're wonderful, and you're smart, and you're amazing, and you're gorgeous, and you're worthy. Like, let it be uncomfortable and do it anyways. Like, it really does work. And in a very short time, you'll start to notice that discomfort dissipates. Some days are going to be better than others, like anything in the world, right? Some days I'm super great at playing pool, and other days, like, I lose 3 games in a row. It's just a toss-up. It just happens sometimes. Let the journey unfold how it's meant to unfold, and accept that you are where you are in that journey. When you're spending time with yourself in the mirror, I want you to really just look at your details. Look at how unique your features are. Look at the fact that nobody else in the whole existence of the human race looks exactly like you look. Even if on the surface you may look similar to someone, no one has your exact specific features and details. No one has your exact birthmarks or freckles. No one has those scars or those hairs exactly where they're growing. Like, nobody in the entire existence of anybody forever and ever and ever has ever looked like you or will ever look like you. And when we start to go smaller, take away from the bigger picture and go into those details, you know, maybe you start to really enjoy the shape of your Cupid's bow. Maybe you really like the fullness of your lips. Maybe you notice that you have a really rich eye color and your eyelashes look really nice when they're natural. Maybe you really like the shape of your jaw, or you really like that birthmark on your face. Maybe you really like the shape of your eyes, or the way that your eyes crinkle in the corners when you smile at yourself in the mirror. As you start to notice these details, at least in my experience, you start to fall in love with them. You start to grow an appreciation for all of those small things and really take a good look at yourself. And then once you're comfortable viewing your physical self in the mirror, you can confront your inner self, your true self. You can really start to see the person you actually are and those qualities. And if there's still a bit of discomfort, then you can analyze that discomfort and ask, like, why don't I look at myself with joy? Why don't I look at myself and just go, damn, I really love that woman? What is that resistance? What is that feeling of unworthiness? Where is that insecurity coming from? And once it's identified, you can address it, you can work on it. And that's why mirror work is so powerful, because in the beginning, we find ourselves to be discomforted with our reflection, and immediately our brain assumes it's because we're discomforted with our physical appearance. But as someone who has drastically changed my physical appearance, I can tell you that there are still days I look myself in the mirror and I feel a little bit of discomfort. I feel like maybe I could have done that better. Maybe I could have said something differently. Maybe if I had learned this, right? Like, we all face inner criticism. It's how we handle it that matters. And the more time I spend with myself in the mirror, the more comfortable I get with who I am, because I'm spending that intimate time really getting to know myself, really admiring myself, really appreciating this beautiful, powerful, strong, healthy vessel that I live in, and being able to thank my body, to be able to thank my human beingness from the outside, all the way working back until I can thank my beingness that exists within me. This is something super simple, and it really doesn't take much more of your time or energy or effort, so it's a great place to start. And of course, these videos are all talking about how to manifest your SP, so if you've watched this far and you're questioning, what the heck does staring at a mirror have to do with manifesting my specific person? Well, from a law of assumption perspective, everyone is you pushed out. So once you get comfortable with the mirror, the physical mirror that you see your reflection in, you can move on to the next step of mirror work, which is when you can finally accept that your reality is just an extension of that mirror. So the way people treat you, the experiences and circumstances that manifest for you are a mirror as well. And if you don't like what you're seeing in that mirror, you have to turn within and ask, why is this reflecting to me? What is this experience teaching me? How can I rearrange this right here so that it reflects a better experience, so that it reflects more positive things instead of negative ones? How can I change how I view myself and what I'm worthy of so that other people reflect that worth and reflect that value I know I hold within myself? Accepting that reality is a mirror takes a lot of accountability, and it's not going to be easy for everybody, and it's definitely not the place to start if you can't even spend time with your actual physical self in the mirror. So please do some mirror work, do some affirmations in the mirror, spend that intimate time with yourself, learn to appreciate your details, learn to love the outside of you, and then slowly but surely unravel what you feel towards yourself and begin to love that inner being as well. And then once you've mastered doing that in the actual mirror, you can move on and develop your skill of dealing with the big mirror, right? Which includes your specific person. So just know that if your specific person is showing you something you don't like, that's like looking in the mirror and seeing something you don't like. If your specific person is commenting negatively about your body, that's the same as you looking in the mirror and commenting negatively about your body. If your specific person is treating you as though you're not a priority, and when you look in the mirror, or rather skip looking in the mirror, that's telling your subconscious that you are not a priority. It's the same thing. The mirror principle goes beyond mirror work and spending time with ourselves in the mirror. It extends to everything that we experience in this reality. If you have any questions about the topic I covered, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. If this video was helpful, go ahead and drop a like, and if you enjoy the content I'm producing, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification in the corner to be notified when I upload. And if you'd like one-on-one coaching, just know that information is down below in the description box. I know that you can do this. I believe in you. I have full faith that you will fall in love with your reflection and that your greater reflection will reflect that. Happy manifesting, and I intend that this video was helpful, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye! Mirror work. Okay.